Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We have Ale and Stevie. We've got Frank Leboeuf joining us as well. Actually, before we start, Frank, you need to be careful when you're setting your shot up.
Yep.
We all see on our multi-viewing gallery screens that we watch the games on, you getting your shot ready, and we saw maybe a little bit more of you than we would have expected tonight.
Yep. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Oh yes, I was only with underwear.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
We know.
what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
We know.
yeah, but you know, that I'm sorry, and I will do it again.
Don't be sorry, Frank. Some nice legs. Nice legs, Frank.
Yep, no
Thank
holes in
you.
the
Thank you
underwear
very
as well,
much.
we can report. Okay.
You may need a tan, but that's,
You no idea what I'm thinking.
I don't want to know. Okay. Stevie, there's a challenge for you here.
Right.
Not a challenge like a quiz, somebody challenging you.
Right?
After listening to Stevie today, I feel like we watched a different game. Last year against top teams, we mostly tied. Today, Slot negated Chelsea's strength going forward and took advantage of their defence-changing tactics. Too early to tell how good we are, but encouraging signs.
Right, I don't disagree with a lot of that. I guess the best way to put it is, particularly under Klopp, we're used to watching a Liverpool play in a certain way. And when I played for Liverpool, we played in a certain way. And we went that way. At home, teams were scared to come to Anfield because they knew as soon as that whistle went, we were going to strangle the life out of them. We were going to run over them. We were going to be in the... I mean, as soon as that whistle went. And so whenever I see Liverpool teams at home sitting back, playing a counter-attacking game, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. And the other thing I didn't like about this game was, okay, if you're going to sit back, then eventually you have to confront the opposition. But they didn't do that either. So that made it twice as frustrating. Because at least if you're going to sit tight, then eventually you get in the face of the opposition. They never did that, in my opinion, at any stage. And I'm pretty certain any Liverpool fan watching that game, the last 10, 12, 15 minutes was excruciating because you're just wanting the whistle to go. I mean, that's not what I expect from a Liverpool team. It's not. You know, we spent the last how long going after Manchester United about the way they play. Because Manchester United's history, the Busby years and Fergie years, was about attacking football and getting after teams and excitement. And that's how I feel about Liverpool at Anfield. I understand when you're away from home that sometimes you have to be tight and you cut down the spaces, and I understand all that. But at Anfield, come on.
You know what we do at Anfield? Okay? We strangle the opposition.
Absolutely.
We strangle the life out of them. That's
Absolutely.
what we do.
You win games that put you top of the league.
That's what we do.
But I get all that. I get that you win, and I understand that you've got to do what you've got to do to win. I would like to see a little bit more.
Stevie, if they do that against Arsenal and win, are you going to be just as upset?
That's away from home.
No, because it's away from home. It's a different ball game, isn't
So
it?
you don't mind then? It's only because it's at Anfield.
If you're at Anfield and you're sitting back and giving the opposition the ball, I'm sorry, it doesn't register with me.
Okay. Ale, based on current form, who are you picking? Kane or Lewandowski?
I'm still picking Harry Kane. And I pick Harry Kane, one, because he's still scoring goals, and two, because there is more variety to what he can do at this point in his career than what Lewandowski can do. Lewandowski right now is about scoring goals, and there shouldn't be anything else other than scoring goals, and he does that very well. Kane can give you a few other things, and his game has grown and evolved. And what I continue to say in our Bundesliga coverage is, don't forget about the basics when it comes to Harry Kane. While he can do all the other stuff, the best thing that he does is score goals. when he maintains that sort of discipline where he's not worried about doing the underneath stuff so much, where he does that occasionally, but his bread and butter is inside the 18-yard box, he is still at the very top of his game, and he's still at the very top of the tree when it comes to strikers in the world.
Do we see a heavy rotated lineup for Liverpool's Champions League match midweek, knowing they play Arsenal next weekend? Let me start there with you, Frank. Do you think that Arne Slot's going to rotate?
It's possible. I mean, he already did. I mean, we are expecting to see McAllister coming back, I think, is what I think. I think he has the bench to think that he can rotate. I don't know what's going to happen to Diogo Jota. I don't know if he's going to be available or not, but we might see Nunez starting as well. So it's a possibility, and you have to think about it. And we talked about Barcelona during the show about how Flick could change and rotate the players because of the two games they have. That's the same for Liverpool. I mean, you have to think maybe twice or thrice before putting down the names on the paper for to start for you on the week during the week and during the next weekend, because that can be crucial. You need to be good in the Champions League, and you need to win, or at least to draw away from home for Liverpool against Arsenal.
Yeah, so just a reminder, it's Wednesday, Leipzig away. Leipzig level on points at the top of the table with Bayern Munich right now in the Bundesliga, and it's Sunday that they play Arsenal, Stevie. Rotations?
I think so. I think so. I think Arne Slot's main concern this year is going to be the Premier League. And I think the fact that you've got 8 games in the Champions League means that with such a big game coming up, you can afford to rotate. So, yeah, I think he'll rotate.
It sounds to me, Ale, that you've been leaving Letzo waiting here. Ale, when can I ask you if Barcelona's front three is better than Real Madrid's front three, and get a different answer?
Well, not this weekend. That's simple as that, I think, is the answer. But I don't change my opinion that the ceiling for the front three of Real Madrid is higher than the ceiling for the Barcelona front three. And truth be told, I think it would be best for Real Madrid not to play with a front three and actually find more structures through the midfield and just have Vini and Mbappe play up top. But if you're going to play with a front three, whoever is it that you want to pick in the three for Real Madrid, I still think their ceiling, if they're able to play together, and it's a big if, but if they're able to play together and complement each other and not get in each other's way, I think it's better and higher than that of the current front three for Barcelona. That's not saying that Barcelona haven't been great. That's not saying that Lewandowski hasn't been scoring goals, that Rafinha has been playing well, that Lamine Yamal is a tremendous talent. Currently, where we are, I think Real Madrid can be better.
Okay. Frank, who's most likely to finish fourth as of right now? Chelsea, Villa, or Spurs?
I would think I would have a question mark between Aston Villa, I would say, and Chelsea. I don't know. Spurs, they are the inconsistency that we see since the beginning of the season, where they start the game well, and after maybe 45 minutes, where we thought we can feel that they could win the game, easily win the game, and they change, I don't know, and completely and lose games. And we saw that against Newcastle, and I don't remember the games again that we saw that, and they lost it. I feel there are more consistencies right now from Aston Villa than Chelsea. I still wonder if the lack of experience from the Chelsea player won't make them go down, at a certain time because of the pressure they're going to receive. I think Aston Villa is maybe more prepared to finish in the first four, but a good surprise from Chelsea will be very nice to come, because and very nice welcome, because really what they showed against Liverpool was very interesting.
couple of MLS questions about Inter Miami coming this way now.
Okay.
Stevie and Ale, can Inter Miami end up being the best team ever in MLS if they win the cup?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, look at the talent they've got.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, did you see how interested Frank was in the question? Huh? Frank started yawning.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know about you, but sometimes it actually seems
I
unfair.
don't have the return today, so I can do crazy stuff, you know?
What the Messi and his mates just.
Well,
get to play for
sometimes
Inter
I
Miami.
watch it and it seems unfair because, you know, Busquets and Messi and Alba and Suarez and all of these guys, it almost seems unfair because they're playing against players who, in football intelligence, are miles off that. So that's why it seems unfair sometimes.
There's another question with this. Ale, do you think allowing Inter Miami to play in the Club World Cup is a stunt to boost the tournament's popularity because Messi and friends play for the club?
Okay. This
yeah.
is an imitation, cheap imitation of Stevie Nicol from his answer just 30 seconds ago. Yeah. 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 Of course it is.
So what, is it? So what it sounded like? Holy smoke.
Was that pretty accurate?
Close.
Okay, well, I'll go for a close.
Let you work
That's
on
fine.
that.
But yes, absolutely
Could have done it in a
yes.
Scottish accent as well.
I don't know that I have that in me. That's asking for too much. I can barely speak English to begin with.
Stevie, my high school girls team is entering playoffs this week. As a former coach, any words of wisdom or motivation I can provide to them?
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
BB.
A friend of mine, Leszek, coaches a girls' team. And he said to them a couple of weeks ago, he said, look, be aggressive. You'll enjoy it. And so they went out and they were. And after the game, it's the first thing they said to him. They went, Coach, I really enjoyed that.
I love it.
So if you're aggressive, then the rest of your game will come out.
Aggressive within reason, Davey, okay?
Yeah, I'm not.
Aggression
yeah,
doesn't mean go kicking people.
Yeah, he didn't tell me to go knock everybody's head off or anything. He just said, you know, be strong and
Be Davy like.
enjoy it. It's not, I don't know, but Frank, maybe you being the defender, the same as me. That's the, you know, everybody talks about what do you miss, not playing football anymore. And obviously, well, you miss the dressing room, you miss the lads, and you miss the win. Do you know what I really miss? A right good aggressive tackle with somebody.
Okay. Frank, yes? Aggressive?
The physical
aggressive?
side of the game.
I agree. I agree. I mean, and it's what I dislike, I would say, about this football right now, is the fact that we try to put the aggressiveness a little bit on the side because we take it as a violence, which is not. I mean, I never injured any player in my entire career because I was aggressive, but I wanted the ball. I wanted deeply to get the ball. Only the ball. But sometimes I was taking the players, but I was part of the game. But I never injured any player.
You know what else I miss, Stevie? And all those things that you mentioned, of course. A good, competitive, hard-fought, 5v5, small-sided game in training. I like that. I like that. I like the competition of it. And the competition feeling that you get ahead of a big game when you're about to exit the tunnel. It's a World Cup qualifier in my case, or a Copa America or something like where you feel like this matters. This is important. And these people here, if it was a home game in Venezuela, they depend on us. And they're looking for us to give them a reason for hope. That is the sort of feeling that you just cannot buy. And it's a feeling that you don't get in any contract, that you don't get guaranteed by any signing bonus. That's a feeling that stays with you for life.
Davey, let us know how the girls do, okay?
Yeah.
Aye.
Let us know if they bring their aggressiveness to the game. Okay, Ale, what do you know about Venezuela international Christian Makoun? My team in Bulgaria, Levski Sofia, won the big derby with his goal yesterday, and I'll let you say the last bit.
Vamos Venezuela! Well, Christian Makoun is a left-sided center back, sometimes left back. Actually, is a player that is sort of on the fringes of the national team. He has been part of the picture, but is not a regular starter for the group. I'll tell you a story about Christian Makoun. I was covering a game in which he was playing when we were covering Major League Soccer, and I went downstairs over to the field, and I introduced myself, and I spoke to him, and I am pretty certain, 85% I would say, he had no idea who I was.
No.
No clue whatsoever. No clue whatsoever. But of course, it's a hard realization for us former players that these guys were basically 5, 6 years old, maybe, if that, when I was a player. And time has passed. Time has passed, dramatically so. And eventually, I think he sort of got it, but I'm not sure that when we were having the conversation, he knew exactly who I was. It was almost like, I kind of know you, but I don't know.
Okay, well, hopefully he'll see today's extra
that's right.
time. Just to end extra time, we had a lot of fun today with these two because they got upset about warm-up coaches. And I was just wondering if we could just have a little rendition just to make Frank smile.
Okay.
Of you guys giving us a little bit of what the warm-up coaches do.
Oh, an actual physical
Just a little.
rendition. Oh,
Come
fine. No worries.
Go on. You can do the physical stuff. Honestly.
Don't you worry about it.
Stevie, get involved.
Which one do you want?
Honestly.
Where do I go for
I'd
this?
love to know what they get
Which
paid.
is the one that bothers you?
Hold on. Where do I go? Where
You're
is
fine
this?
there. I think we've got a wide shot there.
Okay, right here.
Yeah.
This was a classic 1B.
That's the one. That's the one.
That one. Or you.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That one. I was like,
The one you throw your leg over your head. Right, so you got to throw your. What you do? They've got to throw your. You got to throw your heel over the back of your head. Not going like that.
hey, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
I think I need to do a warm up for the warm up.
So just to let you know, that's what was going on in our pre-show warm-up today. These guys getting annoyed at warm-up coaches and making fun of some of the movements. Anyway, that will.
But they get into it, by the way, the warm-up coaches.
You guys just did. Okay, that will do it for the latest edition of Extra Time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us on the latest edition. See you tomorrow.